Hi everyone, I'm Susan Mulvihill from Susan's in the Garden. You know, a few weeks ago I filmed a video about planting fall bulbs which will bloom for you next spring or into the summer. But there is a bulb you can plant indoors that is great fun. It grows huge and it gives you great results. So let me show you a picture of just how big they can get so that you'll understand why I'm going to give you the following tips. Here's an amaryllis that I grew last year, and now you know why I say they grow big. This is an amaryllis bulb, and as you can see, it is a whopper. Now, because these plants can grow so tall, they can become a bit top-heavy. So what you want to do is choose a nice sturdy pot to put this in, maybe a ceramic pot if you have one available. But if you don't, you can always consider putting a rock in the bottom of your pot just to give the pot a little more stability. I once had one of these topple off the support it was on, pot and all. It made a huge mess. Fortunately, it did not break the flower stalk, so it wasn't the end of the world, but ugh, what a mess. So I want to keep you from having this same problem. So be sure to do that. Now, I am always recommending that you use pots that have nice drainage holes in them because drainage is key to planting just about anything. However, I'm going to break my rules. Look at this cool setup that I have. This is a neat wicker basket and a hurricane vase. Now, I have grown amaryllis bulbs in the past and very successfully. All you have to do is be careful about when you're watering. You certainly don't want this to be standing in water. So I water a little more lightly, but I keep an eye on how much moisture is in the potting soil. So you can break the rules as long as you watch what you're doing. Now, to plant these, all you have to do is to put in a couple of inches of moist potting soil. Don't use garden soil because that can have pathogens in it and it also compacts really firmly. So I'm just putting in a couple of inches of soil. See? Then I'm going to set the bulb in right on top. And then I'm going to fill in around it. But you're going to keep the top third of the bulb uncovered. I'm making a mess here, but that's okay. That's what the newspaper's for. So as you're putting in the soil, just compact it around the sides. And it's the moisture of the potting soil that's going to cause the bulb to start sprouting. So that's really about all I want around it, maybe just a teensy bit more, but I'm keeping the top third out of the soil. You want to move your pot to a nice sunny location, and before you know it, there's going to be a green sprout coming out of the middle of the top of your bulb, which is so exciting. It takes about 8 to 10 weeks for it to start blooming, and you will be amazed. But don't worry, even though you have a little ways to wait, you will be entertained by how much growth it puts on every day, sending up some leaves, sending up this huge stalk, and then finally blooming. So it's definitely worth the wait. I'll include a couple photos of some beautiful amaryllis I've grown just to give you a little bit of inspiration. Now, I wanted to also tell you one other thing. When it's done blooming, don't give up on it. That's what I always used to do. Last year when I grew an amaryllis, as soon as it was done blooming and the flower stalk died, I trimmed that off, and then I decided to keep it in the same location but cut back on the watering a little bit. I just gave it just a little bit of water every so often, and I was thinking, oh, it's probably going to die, but suddenly here comes up another stalk and it blooms a second time. So you definitely want to give this a try. I do hope that you'll plant some amaryllis bulbs. They are just great fun and so beautiful. Take care.